flight deck. Air crews are preparing for launch. The temperature is 42 degrees. The altimeter is 2983. It's time for all unnecessary personnel to clear the catwalks and the flight deck. All flight deck personnel get into the complete proper flight deck uniform. Helmets on and buckled. Sleeves rolled down, goggles down, life vests on and securely fastened. Check chocks, tie-downs, and all loose gear about the deck. Check your pockets for FOD. Check for all rotor clearances and prop arc. Start all to go aircraft for the upcoming launch. Start them up.
Hello everyone and welcome to Mission 4 of the Operation Pontus campaign for the A-18 for DCS World, and this time we are going to be a little more cautious than last time. We took some heavy casualties before, and so I decided that I was going to go in on a proper seed mission this time, but one that could also take out the infrared sites that I could spot. So for this, myself and my wingman have identical loadouts. We have 2 harm missiles each, 4 JSOWs each to take out those anti-air infrared sites, and then on top of that we've got 2 AIM 120s, the Fox 3 missiles, and we've got a pair of Sidewinders. My wingman does have 1 less AIM 120 and he's got a targeting pod. I've ended up just going for using the GPS coordinates of targets here, so we'll look at that in a minute. As for the other flights though, I've put Fish and Trimmer on Cap, doing Cap A and Cap C, and I've given Pickle Cap B in between them. He's the less experienced one. And then Hooter is on a strike mission this time. So with the general aim of clearing up some of these anti-air sites and pushing forward with air superiority, let's jump in to where I'm just about to start engaging. So while en route, I used the F10 map to plot together some targets. I wasn't really sure whether this would be considered cheating or not, but the game seems to be very specific about what it gives you. It doesn't give you any enemy aircraft on the map, it's only ground units. So I'm assuming that's meant to be sort of your intel. So I thought this would be fair play, and so I used this to program in my JSOWs. First target I picked is over here with these pair of MLRSs that I had spotted. Decided to target 2 of them that were either side of the third one to see if the splash damage could take out that third. Then for a second strike, I programmed in an SA-18 site and then an SA-9 site. So here I am turning in on the first site, that pair of MLRSs. Just double checking my setup there. Now in range, but I do get a little bit closer just to make sure that nothing weird goes on with the JSOWs and they have plenty of range. And then there's 1, there's 2, and then I turn off, just double checking, put in the code to the next set. And then we watch these go in, can just see the first one there, just a little bit ahead. Get good hits on those 2 and do get a critical hit on the one in between. So anyway, then I've put in the new codes for the remaining stations, fly in on those.
Dodge 1-1, sir. Ready to drop some bombs.
And we're in range again. Again, I'm just waiting a little bit before I fire, just to make sure that there's no weird range issues. One of the grads blows up at that point. So it's 1 JSOW away, going in on the last one, in range. And then fire number 2. So the missiles away. And then I go hunting for actual air defences, and I find this SA-6 site here up ahead. I start to head in on, do the handoff, and I'm not sure if I'm in range or not. Right there ahead, we can unfortunately see Fish getting downed by that SA-6 site. He went off ahead, and he got splashed there. He was trying to engage the MiG-29s that are coming in, and unfortunately I didn't give them any harm missiles. So at that point I fire one of my harms, mostly because that 29 is now getting close and getting within lock range. So get a bit nervous and decide that best to just fire off the harm and then turn towards the MiG-29 to see what I can do there. So flip over to air-to-air mode. Meanwhile, I tell my wingman that he should go engaging the air defences. And here we can see the enemy is jamming, but I get a pretty good idea of where they are. Then, just as I'm going to engage, I get the harm override, so I'm being locked again by the ground target. So I've got it set up to automatically select the harm missile in that case. So I fire it off again, turn slightly away, but mostly I'm interested in this MiG-29 ahead of me. And I just keep heading in on this particular MiG-29, trying to get a lock. But I'm really struggling at this point. Now here I've lost the target. I can't get a lock on him or not. And unfortunately my harms seem to have both missed. I'm guessing I must have been slightly out of range. That was the SA-9 site that was being hit by my JSOW. At this point I found that according to Darkstar, the target is below me, so I start diving down. But still can't get any locks. Got no idea where this guy is. Starting to get a bit nervous at this point. And that SAM site eventually launches. So here I go fully evasive, I give up on trying to find that target. And just decide to use the mountains here as really good cover. If I just dive down to below the mountains, that should trick them. You can see those two missiles there. Both fail. They try and follow me into the dive, trying to intercept me, and they end up nose planting. At this point, I am out of ammo, and so just decide to RTB. And got a nice easy landing here. In terms of what we managed to do, I got 3 MLRSs and 1 SA-9 site. I don't know what happened to the SA-18 that I launched on, and I don't know what happened to my harm missiles. My wingman didn't manage to get any of his main hits either. Not really sure what happened with him. Fish, other than being killed by that SA-3 and his wingman got killed by the SA-3, he did take down a enemy transport. Trimmer also got completely wiped, or he got taken down by an SA-3, his wingman did make it back, all for no victories. Pickle did manage to take out 2 MiG-29s, which is really quite useful. We did lose 2 Georgian ships during all of that, 2 Georgian planes, 2 anti-air. The one real success was Hooter. Hooter did take out 13 ground targets on her strike mission, so she managed to really clear up, even though everyone else rather failed there. So, looking towards next time, I think I'm going to be sending all of my cap flights with at least 1 harm missile so they can do some self-protection. And otherwise we just really need to start taking out these radar SAMs that they're deploying en masse at this point. So, a fairly eventful mission in terms of our losses. Had some fun messing around with the JSOWs. JSOWs are definitely really quite powerful in this. But we definitely need to be a bit careful going forward and take out all of these SA-6 sites that are starting to crop up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider leaving a like and or subscribing to the channel. and I hope to catch you in the next one. Till then, remember to be kind to yourself and everyone else. Cheers!